Well, we continue to follow some overnight news out of the South Valley in Albuquerque, where Bernalillo County deputies are investigating a shooting outside of a fast food restaurant. Matt has more from the Newsplex. Matt, what went down?
Well, Liz, we know one person is behind bars right now, and the search is on for another after a shooting near a popular Sonic restaurant. This all started just after 9 last night when Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies rushed out here to a disturbance call. This is at the Sonic. It's on Isleta, just south of Blake. They say shots were fired in the Sonic's parking lot shortly after deputies got there. Then one vehicle took off. It crashed into a deputy's car just south of the restaurant. Deputies say at that point, a man and a woman took off running. They caught the man. He had hurt his leg. They're saying it's a minor injury. They're not saying exactly how he got hurt. And right now the question is, were deputies involved in this shooting? Did they fire their guns too? Listen to this.
It does appear that deputies were involved.
Okay.
Again, the number of deputies, number of shots fired, and the exact exchange, we don't know at this point. That's what we're looking into.
So, and as soon as someone did discharge their weapon.
Weapons were discharged, yes. And as soon as we have more information, we'll provide that to you.
Okay, Sergeant Aaron Williamson there with Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office being a little vague about what happened. Hopefully we're going to learn more right now or later today. Now, right now, what we don't know is who this woman is that deputies are looking for. They say they don't have a description of her, and as soon as more information comes in about this, we'll pass it along to you. Elizabeth?
All right, Matt, thanks. There are more questions and answers involving the recent deadly police shooting of an escaped inmate in Carlsbad. State police investigators are now saying someone left their keys in their unlocked car, which 24-year-old Troy Kirkpatrick then used to try and run from police, according to officials. The inmate had a scheduled doctor's appointment when he allegedly attacked an Eddy County detention officer and took off from the doctor's office. Carlsbad police caught up with him after he crashed. That is when cops opened fire. A woman and a daughter were at home nearby. Take a listen to what they heard.
I started hearing gunfire, and so I just slammed the door, yelled at Autumn to get down on the floor, and she nosedived for it.
Officers killed Kirkpatrick at the scene. Investigators have not really revealed yet how many officers actually fired.
At 5:34 now, Congress is now tackling the long wait times America's veterans have been dealing with to get medical care. Yesterday, the House unanimously approved a bill to make it easier for vets to get treatment from doctors and hospitals outside the VA system when the VA has those long wait times. The Senate is set to take up a similar bill very soon. And we now know 21 veterans died while waiting to see a doctor here in New Mexico. But what we don't know this morning is if they died because of a lack of care. All of these cases are now being carefully reviewed, we are told. Yesterday, Albuquerque's VA talked about this and a national audit on the VA healthcare system that is quite disparaging. The worst problems here are long wait times for patients, a shortage of primary doctors, and training.
And at the same time, we've had complaints from veterans who feel that they've had delays or had inappropriate treatment. We've also had an outpouring of support from veterans.
All veterans on a waiting list are now being called to see if their conditions have gotten any worse and if they need to see a doctor immediately. New Mexico's VA says it's going to have clinics on the weekends to reach more veterans as well.
The last of the original code talkers is laid to rest with full honors. Yesterday, a memorial service for 93-year-old Chester Nez was held at Our Lady of Fatima Church in Albuquerque. Nez died at his home on Wednesday. He joined the Marines back in 1942 when he was just in 10th grade. He was among the original group of 29 code talkers who created a secret code using the Navajo language to send messages to Allied troops during World War II. It was a code the Japanese could not break. After the memorial, there was a procession to the Santa Fe National Cemetery where he was buried. You know, the plans are grand for Windrock Town Center. Everything from the tallest rock climbing mall to indoor skydiving has been proposed.
And now there's a video that shows a park that's planned up at Windrock, and once again, it is over the top. Take a look at this. You take a virtual tour through what could be the new Windrock Town Center and the park there in Uptown. You see lots of green and lots of blue, too. That's water. You won't find that a lot around these parts. There's a man-made lake at the center, plus fountains, cafes, and a gazebo, even a space for performances in the summer and an ice skating rink in the winter.
And there's so many components to this project. It's like a tremendous orchestra where you have to have every piece moving and working together, and all those pieces are coming together currently, and we're working as fast as we can.
Developers have not said when they might start construction on the park or how long it would take to get it all done, but we do know Dave & Buster's is under construction right now and is set to open this fall, and Nordstrom Rack and DSW are set to open in 2016. Well, it is the end of an era for a favorite watering hole down in Albuquerque downtown. Last night it was last call at Maloney's Tavern on 4th and Central. It's closing after nearly a decade there. The owners have not said why, but this does come just as the 4th Street Mall makeover project is about to begin. The city plans on opening up this walkway to cars by the end of the summer.
Albuquerque's Parks and Rec Open Space Division is about to begin training volunteers for its Trail Watch program. If you're interested, they're holding an orientation today from 3 in the afternoon until 5:30. It's at the Open Space Visitors Center at 6500 Coors Boulevard Northwest. The Trail Watch program, that's interesting. Do you know what that's about? I wonder what you do.
I think you
monitor the trails?
Yeah, you keep an eye out, maybe help clean it up a little bit, keep an eye out for people doing things they shouldn't, and particularly for fire danger kinds of stuff. So as we get more into summer, I think meteorologist Santa Crimi is going to be talking about some fire danger stuff coming up too.